What if I told you the internet's favorite daddy wasn't just a meme, but a man with a legacy built on grit, heart, and unmatched charisma? From the shadows of rejection to the spotlight of superstardom, Pedro Pascal's story is a cinematic masterpiece in itself. If you've ever binged The Mandalorian or shed tears watching The Last of Us, you felt his magic. But how did this charming Chilean actor go from near anonymity to becoming the internet's most beloved icon? In this video, we dive deep into the man behind the mask and the mustache. Stay with us as we explore every twist and triumph of Pedro Pascal's rise to legendary status. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on more journeys like this, celebrating the people who inspire the world, one story at a time. 1. From Chile to Hollywood. A journey begins. Born in Santiago, Chile, Pedro Pascal's life began amid political chaos, forcing his family to flee to the U.S. as refugees. His early years were marked by displacement, new languages, and the struggle of identity in a foreign land. Growing up in San Antonio, Texas, he fell in love with storytelling, often escaping reality through movies and comics. Despite the odds, young Pedro knew he belonged on the big screen, dreaming beyond the borders that once held him back. He later moved to New York to study acting, embracing every opportunity with the hunger of someone who had everything to prove. Those early days were far from glamorous, filled with waiting tables, couch surfing, and rejection after rejection. 2. The 15-year overnight success. Pedro Pascal wasn't an overnight star, he was a 15-year grind in the making. Long before the memes and fandoms, he was just another face in casting lines, hungry for a breakthrough. He took on small roles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Law & Order, and even CSI, disappearing just as quickly as he appeared. Auditions came and went, but the big break stayed elusive. His talent was real, but the spotlight remained out of reach. He endured countless close calls, last-minute rejections, and endless self-doubt that nearly crushed his spirit. 3. Game of Thrones. The world takes notice. In 2014, the world finally caught up to Pedro Pascal when he debuted as Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones. He brought fire and flair to the screen, an intoxicating mix of vengeance, charm, and tragic depth. His character lasted only one season, but in those few episodes, Pedro left an impact few could match. Fans were stunned by his brutal exit, but even more stunned by the charisma he delivered with every scene. 4. The Mandalorian. A face behind the mask. How do you win hearts when your face is hidden under a helmet for most of the show? Ask Pedro Pascal. As the stoic bounty hunter in The Mandalorian, he brought soul to a character with minimal dialogue and no facial expressions. With a subtle voice and powerful body language, he gave Din Djarin emotion, humanity, and weight. In a galaxy far, far away, Pedro found his mainstream breakthrough and an army of fans. He became a cultural icon, proving that great acting isn't about the face, it's about presence. His portrayal balanced grit with vulnerability, fatherhood with duty, and mystery with depth. Through the bond with Grogu, he created one of the most heartfelt dynamics in modern sci-fi. Pascal showed that even behind armor, a character can resonate with millions on a deeply human level. 5. The Last of Us. From protector to father figure. Pedro's performance as Joel in The Last of Us became an emotional masterclass in survival and sacrifice. Adapted from the iconic video game, the role was both risky and revered, with high fan expectations. But Pedro delivered, portraying Joel's pain, love, and transformation with heart-wrenching realism. Viewers didn't just watch his journey, they felt every loss, every decision, every unspoken fear. 6. The internet's favorite daddy. It started as a meme, but the Daddy Pascal fandom took on a life of its own. Fans across the globe dubbed him the internet's daddy for his charm. Whether he was sipping iced coffee or laughing during interviews, Pedro became a viral sensation. He embraced the humor, often joking about the title, adding fuel to the online fire. But behind the fun was a genuine warmth. Pedro exudes kindness, humility, and approachability. His authenticity made him more than just a celebrity, he became a comforting presence in chaotic times. 7. Champion of representation. Pedro Pascal isn't just a star, he's a symbol of representation for Latinx actors in Hollywood. He has spoken out on diversity, inclusion, and the power of seeing yourself on screen. As a Chilean American, he represents a narrative rarely centered in major franchises. His rise challenges the status quo, showing studios that talent doesn't need to fit a single mold. Pedro proudly embraces his heritage, often uplifting other Latinx artists in interviews and award shows. He's not afraid to speak truth to power, using his platform for good instead of ego. 8. Off-screen humility and humor. Despite fame, Pedro remains one of the most grounded celebrities in Hollywood. He pokes fun at himself, shares awkward red carpet moments, and never takes himself too seriously. He supports his castmates, credits his team, and never forgets his roots. In interviews, his self-deprecating humor feels genuine, not rehearsed or for show. He talks about fear, anxiety, and gratitude in a way that humanizes him beyond the screen. 9. The man behind the legacy. Beyond the shows and interviews, Pedro is a brother, a son, and a loyal friend. He stood by his trans sister publicly, fiercely advocating for LGBTQ+ rights. He's open about loss, especially the death of his mother, which shaped his worldview. Pedro's strength comes not just from success, but from grief, empathy, and love. He uses his platform to raise awareness, offer comfort, and spark conversation. There's a quiet depth in Pedro wisdom, earned through hardship and resilience. Every smile hides 1,000 stories, and every role he takes carries pieces of his soul. 10. A legend in the making. Today, Pedro Pascal stands as one of the most beloved actors of our generation. He's headlined iconic franchises, earned critical acclaim, and built a legacy that transcends screens. From the boy who fled Chile to the man who rules Hollywood, his journey is nothing short of legendary. He's proven that perseverance beats privilege, and authenticity beats arrogance. Pedro isn't done. More roles, more stories, and more moments await. But no matter where his path leads, his impact is already written in history. Pedro Pascal's journey is a masterclass in resilience, grace, and authenticity, and we've only scratched the surface. From epic battles to silent strength, from meme king to meaningful icon, Pedro has shown the world that fame means nothing without heart. If this story moved you, inspired you, or just reminded you why you love this incredible actor, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that matters. We're here to tell the tales behind the legends, the hearts behind the headlines. Share this video with a friend who needs a little inspiration, and drop your favorite Pedro moment in the comments. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and stay legendary. Thanks for watching.